Please welcome to the stage your next comedian. I didn't bring a drink up here. Tim Finnegan.
Tim!
What up, people? How y'all doing tonight? Woo! Whoa. Let's try that again. How y'all doing tonight? All right, well, that's what I like to hear. Well, my name's Tim Finnegan, and today's my fucking birthday. I'd love you guys, all y'all, a happy fucking birthday on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3!
Happy birthday!
Thank you! Fuck yeah! So, anyway, as I was saying, my name's Tim Finnegan, and tonight I'd like to get into some comedy for you guys. And besides being known as Tim Finnegan, I can also be known as Jeff, or the Dude, or his Dudeness, or Duder, or El Duderino if you're not in the whole brevity thing. I'd like to tell you guys a fucking story about how some goon threatened me by asking me for my fucking money, and then he ruined my fucking carpet. Now, I visited a wealthy philanthropist named Jeffrey Lebowski to try to demand him for money, but he refused to give me his fucking money, and he told me to get a fucking job, and I was like, look, I think you got the wrong guy. Like, they got me and the other Mr. Lebowski mixed up. I'm like, look, I'm not Mr. Lebowski, I'm the Dude. So then later on, I went bowling with my friends Walter and Donnie, and we were on a bowling league, and we were trying to come up with a plan for getting $1 million. So when I was at the bowling alley with Walter and Donnie, we saw another guy named Smokey go bowling. Walter and I were talking about some shit, and when Walter saw Smokey go bowling, he saw something weird happen. He yelled, "Over the line!" And he's like, "I'm sorry, Smokey, you were over the line. That's a foul." And Walter was threatening Smokey. He's like, "You need to mark that 0." And it's like, "You're entering a world of pain." And Walter also was like, "Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a fucking shit about the fucking rules of the fucking game? Mark it 0." And he even took his gun out. He was waving a fucking gun around. He's like, "You think I'm messing around here? Mark it 0." So Smokey marked it 0, and he listened. But then Walter and I left the bowling alley, and we got in my fucking car, and the police were showing up, and I said to Walter, "Look, will you just take it easy, man?" And Walter was like, "I'm perfectly calm." I'm like, "Yeah, you mean when you were waving a fucking gun around in the bowling alley?" And the police showed up, and I'm like, "Fuck the police." So then we left, and got away just on time. So then later on, Walter and I were at the bowling alley again, doing our league and all that shit. And we met a guy named Jesus at the bowling alley, and Jesus was telling me he's gonna fuck me up in bowling and beat my ass. And I was like, "Jesus." And he's like, "You said it, man. Nobody fights with the Jesus." So then later on, Walter and I had a plan to hide the ransom money in my fucking car. But then my fucking car got stolen, and I didn't know what the fuck happened, so we got the fucking police involved. And we realized some asshole named Larry stole my car, which we thought he did. So then we went over to Larry's house to confront him. And when we got to Larry's house, he just wasn't responding to me and Walter. So then Walter just went outside and destroyed a new fancy sports car, which he thought it belonged to Larry, but then there was an angry neighbor across the street, and that was the guy the car actually belonged to, and there was a fucking fight going on. And I'm like, I can't deal with this shit. So then Walter and I had a lot of shit going on. We did everything we could to not let people steal our ransom money. So then, later on, and when we kept bowling and all that shit, our friend Donnie died all unexpectedly, so Walter and I went to a place by the Pacific Ocean to scatter his ashes in his memory. So there was a whole lot of shit going on, but we kept bowling, and we kept wanting to do our thing, and Walter and I were happy that we could still remain friends. So then once we were back at the bowling alley, I reunited with that cowboy I met at the bowling alley, and he recognized me and Walter, and I'm like, "You know what, the dude abides." And then the cowboy said, "That's right, the dude abides. I'm glad the dude is out there doing well, and I hope he makes the finals. And I'm glad things worked out well for the dude and Walter." Well, that's pretty much the story about the dude and Walter and how they met the Big Lebowski. That's my time. Thank you for watching tonight. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you.
Keep it going for Tim, everyone. You feel like you were in the movie? Anyone? No? Okay.